Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Lewis and nice to meet every single one of you. And this is another episode of Luminous Podcast, but I haven't prepared anything to talk about in this episode. So basically, I'm going to be rambling through the entire video, okay? Like the entire episode. So, if you want to chill and relax, well, this video will probably be for your vibe, okay? Because I'm pretty sure that this will be the final and the last video of me teaching English, because I start to feel like, I don't want to teach English anymore, and for some reason, like, I want to start new things in order to become a new person. So what do I mean by that? Well, we as a human being should step out of our shell and have a go at something that you have never experienced or witnessed before in your entire life. If not, your life will be limited, and you know you won't be able to, or you won't get to enhance your mind and your perspective on world and people, because we are constantly chasing after the same thing that we did 10 years ago. So, like, people want to change, but they don't, like, they are afraid of altering things because they have never experienced. So, like, I don't know, I want to pause and think for a while that, I don't know, like, I don't have any specific reasons that I could point out why I am no longer enjoying teaching English. So my final advice for those who wants to become fluent in English is that you really need passion or enthusiasm to become good at certain thing. I'm not saying for language learning, I'm saying for like all things. You need at least passion to some extent to be good at that particular thing. Otherwise, you will snap back to the previous state and you will be bored, doing or continuing the things that you have chosen that you think it would probably make you happy or it would probably make you energetic, but it turns out that it has never been. So you really need passion. Like, you need to be passionate about learning English, or you need to be at least enthusiastic about, like, researching how you can be good at certain language, you can be good at this skill, that skill. So the second advice would be stop watching like advice videos, because please, like, your brain will get fried when you put too much informations in it, so, like, some sets you have to do it and the other sets you have to do that. So you are on the fence, and you're kind of like, you are in a state of limbo, and you will likely be more indecisive when it's come to choosing either the way that the first person recommends or the way that second person suggests. So, like, you will literally be messed up in the middle. So please, like, chase after only one person's recommendations, and if it's not effective or it doesn't work for you, you have to look for like new techniques or method that could suit you. So like it is way much better than, like putting all advice and suggestions from people around you into your brain, which is not a good thing to do. And like you will end up being nothing, okay, to be honest. And the third advice would be like you have to accept the reality is that it takes more than you expect, okay? So, for example, I have been learning English for like nearly roughly 5 or 6 years in order to get this point. So, it doesn't necessarily mean that I am an advanced learner. Of course, I still have a lot of like flaws and refinements that I need to do. But what I am confident is that I can communicate with, people. Like I communicate with like foreigners, the people who can speak my native language. So my advice is that you have to accept the reality and don't, go down like shortcuts path because only you'll be wasted your time. Like you won't get anywhere if you're constantly chasing after the shortcuts. So yeah. So instead of, like cutting out things to reach your goals, like you have to be really decisive and observant when it's come to, like following the path that you want to. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to elaborate more than that. So the fourth advice is don't quit, because a lot of people tend to quit when things get rough or difficult. Good things take time. For example, sleeping, at like sleeping regularly and waking up in the early morning, which will probably be easier for some, but which is not for most people. So, it is very daunting and demanding for those, who are not accustomed to waking up early. So, like similar kind of thing, if you want to improve your English, like you have to have a go at different genres of books in order to like elevate your reading skill. You have to like listen to a variety of podcasts, like self-improvement podcasts, business podcasts, or like true crime podcasts, or like health podcasts. That is the way that you can like broaden your horizon or like broaden your mind to be able to soak up all the informations that you have learned or you have tuned into. So yeah. And the fifth advice, which would be the final one, is that don't compare yourself with those who runs, one step forward than you, because they have started earlier than you, and you can see that face where they cried or like they paused and reflect on their mistake and continued. So comparison doesn't get you anywhere in terms of actually like in any case, okay? For example, you cannot compare yourself with someone who is born in rich family, having access to quality education since like younger aged. Okay, so that is my point. You don't necessarily have to compare to yourself with your friends or your partners, but you have to compare. You can compare with someone who starts or embark on the journey with you simultaneously. It is not the bad thing. Like, you can compete over one another, but not in the bad way. Okay, because like competitions can somewhat fuel your like motivations or productivity, that you want to become good at it, or you want to reach that milestone, if that makes sense. So yeah, that is everything that I want to say in this video, and I will no longer create any English videos. So like, thank you, and my contents will be changed significantly, okay? Because like, I have a lot of exotic and very like creative contents that I will be uploading on my channel. So please, looking forward to it, and hope you guys enjoys this episode, and see you back in another episode with another special guest. Okay, so yeah, that is everything that I want to talk about in this video. So hope you guys enjoying it. Okay, I don't want to sound repetitive. So that is all for today, and plus, do not put all the eggs in one basket. Okay, which means that like, do not put all of your energy or like all of the resources or all of your money on like classes. Okay, classes, like attending classes or courses is good, but like, you sometimes need some sort of like reflections or like introspections or examinations on yourself. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Bye.